What's up, guys? It's your girl, Dedicated Diva, and welcome back to Dedicated Diva Homeschooling Podcast. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And in today's podcast, we'll be getting into the reasons why it's so important to have a designated homeschooling area. Now, it is important for several reasons. Sorry about that, but I'm gonna only go over a few with you guys. For one, a focused learning area. Whenever you have a focused learning area, it enhances their concentration and productivity. So when they sit down in that area at that time, they know that it's homeschooling time. It's time for them to learn. So it's a clear separation between schoolwork and other activities. It also reduces distractions and promote a more effective learning experience. So basically, once your kiddo sits down, I like to have Discord open. I made a homeschooling Discord for me and my daughter. So we know what we're going to go over. We know when that Discord server is open and we come into the Discord server, we basically know what time it is. So when you have a focused learning environment, it promotes that productivity and they're able to concentrate. Number 2, being organized and prepared. Around your homeschooling area, not on the desk, because I find that can be kind of off-putting, especially if the books are there and it could seem like so much has to be done in one day. You can get shelves. So we brought our desk from IKEA and we have shelves, and on those shelves you can put your school supplies, you can put your lesson plans, your books, different things of that sort. You want to make sure that you are organized enough to where if your student needs to pull some, get a pencil, get a crayon, get some paper, they're able to do that without going way across the house or way across the room to get that done. Now, number 3, minimize distractions. You want to make sure there's nothing around, such as toys, electronics, or other family members that's going about their daily routines. You don't want anyone to be able to come into that space to distract what's going on. Now, for me, I don't have a problem with that because my daughter, she's awesome. She knows when it's time to sit down. She don't touch her iPad, even if it's sitting in her area and we just overlook it. She know not to touch it, but you want to make sure that there is nothing around to distract your kiddos. If they're easily distracted, just say they get a notification on their iPad or on their phone. You don't want them easily distracted and getting up and going elsewhere, because it cuts time out of lesson plans and it's more into discipline at that time. And you want to make homeschooling as easygoing and as carefree as you possibly can. Now, number 4, routine and structure. You want to make sure that your kiddo have one set space that they can go to. Even if it's in their bedroom, it's not on their bed, it's at a table, or maybe you guys like sitting on the floor. I know I love sitting on the floor, but you want to have a set space around a set time where you guys can come together to do your lesson plans for that day. Number 6, boundaries and work-life balance. Now, of course, as a parent, you could be just a stay-at-home parent. You could be a work-from-home parent. You could be a parent where you actually have to leave out. You have a regular brick-and-mortar job, and when you come back in, you guys get into your homeschooling. However you do that, you want to make sure that you establish your boundaries and what's a good balance for you guys. So when it's time for you to sit and start homeschooling, no matter if you work from home, no matter if you have your own small business, no matter if you're a content creator, no matter if the only job that you have is parenting your kids, you want to make sure that nothing overflows into that. So just like that, they shouldn't have their phone, their iPad, you shouldn't either. When it's time to sit down and homeschool, that's what should be done. And so those are just some of the small things that I can think to tell you guys on the reason why it's so important to have a designated homeschooling area. There's so many more now, and you guys can write down in the comments if you guys come up with anything else, because I'm going over a list that I made basically years ago and I'm updating things on the website. But a lot of people don't understand the importance of having a designated homeschooling area, and it's so important because you don't want every time you sit down to get your lesson plan together with your student, you don't want it to be more of a fun time or more distractions than actual lesson time, because your student is not going to learn anything. So it's just one of those things to where you have to make sure you incorporate it in your everyday space when it comes to that homeschooling time. Now, I will see you guys the rest of the week with shorts, and next week with another homeschooling podcast. I see you guys then. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.